This is the financial heart of an economic superpower. Shanghai is home to 23 million people, its rapid expansion reflecting the growth of the national economy. That growth is fueled by raw materials and new markets. Africa is rich in both. The strength of this giant economy is linked in many ways to the fate of another waking giant, the African economy. Now that means that an increasing number of Africans know that if they plan to secure their future in this new age, then they've got to think of China as more than just a source of investment. Shanghai Liberty Apparel is co-owned by one man who's taken that lesson very much to heart. Zambian Enoch Mandia turns out clothing and textiles for big international brands like Uniqlo and Eddie Bauer, and even exports back to Zambia. Why are you doing business here in China?
Well, the reason why I'm doing business in China is because it's so much convenience here because, for example, the infrastructure is so good here that, from point A to point B to transport your goods is so fast.
But despite the sheer convenience of building his business here, Enoch is still a firm believer in the economy back home and says trade between China and Africa is essential.
The African people right now, they need people, investors who can come and invest quickly and improve the livelihood of the African people. So if China is doing this, why not?
But across the globe in Cape Town, the flip side of Chinese exports. This factory closing down after 100 years in business, the owners blaming cheap goods from China. South African manufacturers say they're being strangled by trade with China and are cutting pay for new employees by 30%. The unions are demanding action.
In the industrial area of the clothing industry in the Western Cape alone, we've seen more than 120,000 jobs being lost over the last 5 years. There's no way you can compete with China in a South African factory where we uphold labor standards and labor rights, and that's why we'll never be able to compete with China or India. We should keep them out of our markets.
Despite those concerns, China is now Africa's biggest trading partner, and in a world hungry for growth, those links seem destined to grow even stronger.